Hi, friends of Seven Bends Nursery. This is Dr. Lacher, plant ecologist and owner of Seven Bends Nursery, located in Berryville, Virginia. I am here standing in a native plant meadow within the Winchester Arboretum near Jim Barnett Park. This plant meadow was installed by Sustainability Matters, a local nonprofit group focused on sustainability and native plants. And I am here to address one of the most frequent requests I get from our clientele, and that is, what can I plant as winter interest in my garden? So here we have a field of beautiful flower heads and seed heads, colors of browns and golds and silvers. And these are a suite of native species. When left up, provide a great source of food and shelter for wildlife. The species here include a mix of brown-eyed Susan, which is Rudbeckia triloba, black-eyed Susans, Rudbeckia hirta, bergamot, which is Monarda fistulosa, lanceleaf coreopsis, Coreopsis lanceolata, frost aster, Symphyotrichum pilosum, and little bluestem, Schizacrium scoparium. So together, they provide a really nice backdrop for your gardens and large fields and meadows, and again, provide resources that are beneficial to both us and our local wildlife. We are here at the Abrams Wetland Preserve, located in Winchester, Virginia, to address one of the most frequent requests I get from my clients, and that is winter interest. So to my left here, you can see there's this really nice little shrub. It's lost all of its leaves, but it's in this time of year that it actually illustrates one of the features I love most about this plant, which would be these nice red colored stems. Really starts appearing in the fall and brightens throughout the winter time. This plant here is silky dogwood. So it's a medium-sized shrub, does tend to prefer wetter soils, but is very tolerant of medium moisture too. And it's a really nice size for planting around a property and in ditch areas or areas where you don't necessarily want to mow. Can also potentially be used as screening and some sort of foundation planting, depending on the moisture levels that you have. But in the wintertime, it produces beautiful red bark. You can see it's actually really close to the color of the sweater I'm wearing today. So I would highly recommend including this in your landscape. Also produces berries for wildlife. Just a really great potential species to include. Behind me also, you can see there's some really nice, tall, white, blanched looking trees. That is our sycamore, our native sycamore. This is also the season in which my favorite trait of this plant occurs, when it loses all of its leaves and you can really see the white bark. This is illustrative of a healthy tree, and it's really actually quite nice standing out against all the rest of the trees on the landscape. Fun fact, if you ever fly frequently during the winter time, you look out of the plane window, you may see these trees lining the landscape, and they appear in patterns like lines across the landscape. This kind of shows where the wetter spots are, so they tend to follow low areas or ditches, and so it's indicative of where moisture might be. It's really fun if you ever get lost in the woods and need to find water. We are here looking at eastern red cedar. This is Juniperus virginiana. This is a really nice option for an evergreen for people who are looking for something to provide a little bit of privacy or to provide shelter and food and resources for wildlife. It is a fast growing, can reach fairly good size shrub to tree. It, like I said, is evergreen. It is really tolerant of a wide array of conditions, including wet soils to dry soils, part shade to full sun. One of the beautiful features about this tree are these really nice cobalt colored berries. These are excellent resources for the birds, and when they cover a tree, they just kind of shine. And then I also really like the bark and the structure of the tree as well. Excellent tree for someone looking for something that would grow fairly fast and to achieve a whole host of potential benefits to wildlife and us. This is one of my favorite plants. This is winterberry. It is a holly, a deciduous holly called Ilex verticillata. Once the leaves fall in the fall, you're left with these beautiful red berries that just completely cover the stems. This provides great winter interest, if you can imagine, especially in the snow with the white on the ground. I like to plant these in front of plants that will turn a nice gold, such as an array of our little blue stem, which turns gold in the wintertime. You can imagine that these berries are a great resource for local wildlife, feeding the birds all throughout the cold winter months. Standing here near the Winchester Visitor Center in front of a very nice specimen of river birch, Betula nigra. which provides really great winter interest with its peeling bark, all different colors, and adding new texture to the landscape as well. I wanted to showcase some of the grasses, and we are in winter, it's the beginning of December right now, but these are one of the most common plants that I incorporate into landscape designs, and in my opinion, very underrated. They serve a lot of important roles with regards to ecology and feeding our native wildlife. That includes creating structure on the ground level within grassland systems, along with forbs. They provide seed throughout the winter for birds, and they also serve as host plant for many of our local insect populations. The thing I love about grasses is for landscape designs, they can be a foundational plant, which people mostly think of in terms of trees and shrubs, but they provide a lot of structure in the garden. They provide year-round color, and there's so many options to choose from. So here we have pink muhly grass, or Muhlenbergia capillaris. We've got Sporobolus heteropsis, which is a prairie dropseed, a very pretty low-lying grass. Some of my favorites would be little bluestem, which is Schizacrium scoparium, and then some others that have really excellent fall color, including big bluestem or Andropogon gerardii, and among many others with beautiful blooms, inflorescence, color, and like I said, structure throughout the entire year.